the United States of America, a beacon of freedoms and individuals empowered to speak as they wish, earn as they wish, and practice their values as they wish without encumbrance from the government that serves to protect them. These freedoms granted to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, as stated in the original Constitution of the United States of America and transcribed by archives.gov, are the lifeblood of our nation. We are still a nation of freedoms. You may never have known life another way, but the moment that those freedoms are removed, you will absolutely notice and you will care deeply. I would assert that you should care about these tenuously held freedoms even before they are lost to us. I am an American. I am a proud citizen of a land where I am free to earn as I wish, practice my religion as I desire, speak freely without fear of government intervention, know that I am protected by my government and my own defenses, and above all, to secure the blessings of liberty for myself and for my family. Our freedoms are being threatened by a slow slide into a form of government that starkly opposes the freedoms that our nation is founded on. Our free, equity-based society is entirely at odds with America's current slide towards communism. In fact, there is a growing sect of our society that would like to see us move from a free democratic republic to a communistic government through the introduction of socialism. Younger generations seem to be unaware of the moral implications and failed governments involved in communism and the correlation between it and socialism. Educators in the media should be called to be more transparent regarding the truth behind socialism's slide towards communism and its effect on a free society. This may seem like a great leap of logic to you, and perhaps something so far in the future that it would not concern you or even your children. However, as you will soon see, it's closer than you may think. As I previously stated, there is a growing sect of society that would like to see us move from a free democratic republic to a communistic government through the introduction of socialism. In fact, according to an article written by the Washington Post, the connections between the communists and the increasingly active Democratic left wing have been highlighted by Ms. Ocasio-Cortez and Senator Bernard Sanders, who emerged from the Democratic Socialist movement to become leading critics of capitalism and guiding lights of the broader Democratic Party. As these viewpoints become more mainstream and popularized, it reflects in the increased support of communism. In a 2019 Gallup poll, a full 43% of Americans think that some form of socialism would be good for the country. This number is up from only 25% in 1942. The youth of America are becoming indoctrinated to believe that the only thing a rise in socialism will attain is more access to free services. They neglect to ask the ever-important questions. Who pays for these services? And how will we be required to participate? As Karl Marx famously wrote in the Communist Manifesto, the theory of communism may be summed up in one sentence: abolish all private property. Naive young Marxists believe that democratic socialism will lead to socialism and eventually to a benevolent, classless, leaderless utopia called communism. So you see, support for socialism and communism are on the rise. Socialism is known to lead to communism as an enforcement method, and the moral implications in failed governments seem to be nowhere on the radar of these supporters. Younger generations seem to be unaware of the moral implications in failed governments involved in communism and the correlation between it and socialism. In a poll of 18 individuals, 38.9% stated that each individual is entitled to what they earn for whatever purpose they choose. And 0% of participants felt that all earnings should be used towards the common good of society. 44.4% of individuals surveyed saw a direct correlation between socialism and communism. In addition, 50% of those individuals can feel the shift towards communism in America. If this is a true representative, then why is support of communism and socialism on the rise? Well, Per an article written by The Guardian, Lozano of the Communist Party states, "The story of our Communist Party is inextricably intertwined with the development of the American working class and building its labor movement." Lozano said, "Our roots are in the profound American struggles for democracy." So could it be that there exists a naivety regarding socialism and communism and a desire to help the less fortunate? On the surface, helping others certainly seems like a positive movement. Communism started in Russia and has taken root in China, Korea, Kenya, Sudan, Cuba, Nicaragua, and others listed on history.com. As communism requires full participation, it has led to extreme dictatorship and war to fight the suppression of humanity. Leaders of communism have always drawn the connection between socialism and communism. In order to ensure that all funds and land are controlled by the government, leaders must ensure that all citizens are participating. This leads to the inevitable rise of resistance among citizens, those who wish to maintain control of what they earn and provide it to their own family. As the government controls more and more of the earnings and land, the citizens produce less and less because they no longer have a direct benefit of their labors. It is innate to an individual to desire to earn and see fruit from their labors. There will be individuals who choose not to participate in providing for society as they are already provided with everything they need. This breaks down society, and as we have seen, ends up bankrupting the government. At the most basic understanding of socialism and communism, it is humanitarian in nature and desires to provide for all. In practice, though, it leads to war, dictatorship, famine, and bankruptcy. So what do we do to move away from this path that we find ourselves on? Educators and the media should be called to be more transparent regarding the truth behind socialism's slide towards communism and its effect on a free society. There is a growing interest in socialism and communism in our youth. Teaching about communism and socialism used to be considered taboo in our schools. The thought was that if we taught about it, people may become interested and pursue it again. What we've actually found is that the lack of education on the subject has only led us in a direction back towards the evils of our past. We need to encourage educators to teach the true history behind both socialism and communism to our children, so that we are not doomed to repeat the past. The media also plays a part in informing our society about important issues. If they continue to take a soft approach on socialism, we aren't looking at a long road to communism. We must call out the media to be more transparent about the connections between socialism and communism and the destruction it has brought in the past, rather than focusing on the initial benefits of this type of government. The media can do a lot by providing insights into the full history that surrounds this topic. We can't wait until we are so far down the path of communism that there is no easy path to return. You can make a change now by speaking out about these issues. Our economy may never recover from such a blow. Demand transparency and become well informed. You can clearly see the direct line between socialism and communism. You've seen that there is a growing sect of our society that would like to see us move from a free democratic republic to a communistic government through the introduction of socialism. All of this happening because younger generations seem to be unaware of the moral implications and failed governments involved in communism, and also the correlation between it and socialism. So educators in the media should be called to be more transparent regarding the truth behind socialism's slide towards communism and its effect on a free society. So I implore you, learn the truth about communism, socialism's link to communism, and share it with your friends. Demand that accurate and complete information on this topic be provided through school and the media. Preserve our country and our freedoms that we hold so dear.